doing an evocation or when you make a call to an angel, sometimes they can appear or make their presence known even without evocation when there is need. So I'm just going through a lot of sensation I felt. And they don't always come at the same time, and sometimes they all happen at once. So, and this is not a visualization or pathworking or any kind of that you are visualizing a story unfolding, since that's not in the old practice I do. We sat in the darkness, and if something happens, it happens, but we are blanking our head just like in the Buddhist tradition in the East, and don't try to force anything. We're just waiting and relaxing and not thinking. And let's say that this is completely blank, or I might feel that I feel a little bit like my weightless, like in space. And then it might get sometimes multidimensional figures appearing, and they can come from up, down, sideways, and behind you and in front of you and everything, since you're relaxed there. So, and sometimes I see a huge hand or a huge foot or huge heads in the distance or close by, depending. And sometimes I see like spheres appearing, or figures, or a clear head, and in the distance I sometimes see them huge figures with four heads and angels and so on, seraphim or something similar to that, but they are so far away. And many figures I see that they just appear like in a flash of light before my eyes. It might be completely black behind it, and then there is a sphinx suddenly, or some other creature I don't know how to describe, and so on. But most common, I get a swirling mist or fog surrounding me. And then there is that when I start to feel present, I get either loud ringing or buzzing in my ears. Usually that loud ringing is angelical, and when I get buzzing that sounds like grasshoppers, that is usually a warning for me that there is other than angels close by. And if that is scary to you, you can just call on an angel and do a banishing in that case, and then you keep on going like usual. Or you just ignore it and focus on the angels. I do that, so I don't pay a lot of attention to anything. I just focus on what I'm doing, and I'm calling on an angel, so they can handle whatever is happening. And sometimes there are, I'm so grateful that it's very rare, painful crackling sounds in my ears, and that hurts a bit, and it can hurt for many hours or sometimes days afterwards, that I'm sore in my ears, and it's difficult to hear really, since it's just like there is it is just like you move through the plains too quickly or something. And then other things that I might feel is like stinging or high pressure sensations, often in my third eye or the nape of my neck at the same time, or the crown chakra, or I might feel something somewhere else where there is like a spirit is just adjusting that energetic field on me, and they touch it straight away. That's how they work with me. Since I don't visualize, they just touch me and send me, maybe an angel goes by and touch me that point energy center in me without, so there is no plan to this when it happens. And something that I enjoy but has freaked many out when there comes this like a gush of wind. So you might fear a rush of wind that suddenly appears from nowhere, and you can feel the wind towards your face or skin. And but mostly just temperature changing, or you might feel tingling or something like that, or that you get numb on a spot of in one spot of the cheek and tingling on the other side of the cheek, or ears are itching, an earlobe, or any kind of those weird things. And taste and sense can intensify very well, so you might taste different things or smell scents that you can't even describe, since you have never smelled anything like that before. And then you of course might hear or get downloads, and they don't come always right away, or sometimes or quite often. That's why I have to call multiple angels and say thank you. For many times I can get them. Let's say that over a period of months that I get a small amount of download, and it continues for a month. My brain couldn't take it all at once, so it comes in. So I start, let's say I'm doing something and I start to work on something, and then I write it down, and then it comes in more and more each day. So you can say it like that. And I at least feel often surrounded by spirits, since I feel that they are behind me and around me, and it is just, and spirits are never alone. I feel that I'm surrounded. And I had this question, since many are so focused on they are doing let's say the LBRP or the Kabbalistic cross, and you have the east and the south, the west and the north. And in the old days, when you have spirits appearing on the angles like an X between those crosses, many books says that that's demonic. And I don't freak out about that, since everything is part of each other, and you have the angels there, so I just keep on moving. And but there is one thing I must stress: don't ever stop the ritual or panic. Always finish. Don't rush a ritual. If you're planning a ritual, let's say a 6-month ritual, you don't stop it after 2 months. You continue every day. And if you're doing a ritual and you freak out, you take a deep breath, you do a banishing, and then you do the invocation of the spirits you want again. You never leave an empty hole and do a banishing. You call upon higher help and you let them take care of it, since you don't want anything lingering in your house that is unwelcome. And the angels are welcome to come and go. I don't... They can stay if they want and leave if they must, and it is just as simple as that. And whenever they are around, they can. And that was about all for now. And then since everybody is sending me cards right now, so this came also, and this is from this is painted with the mouth, and it is Triantana Floss Iladis, and it's Mun- och fotmålarna i Sverige AB, the company, and I think it's so beautiful. I wonder just one thing, are there any tarot decks that are painted by people who draw with their mouth and their feet and so on, for all people who are handicapped or disabled or ill? Is there any company that does that, or is that something that I should try to locate a company and just give them an idea? If you're a tarot creator, then I might do a research about if there are some willing artists. At least I know only this country or this address here. But otherwise you are so welcome to spread this idea and see if there are, since I think that they would be really happy to have their own tarot deck. So Have a magical, magical day, and bye for now.